man, go ahead. You see what I'm saying? It's good, but it's really not. They're just yes, man. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, all validation is not good validation. You get what I'm saying?
Love
Regardless of
the
the validator, you get what I'm saying?
So that is a great segue to the next topic.
Let's
When,
go.
when is it, or when do you notice like the outgrowth when you outpacing somebody? When like is it okay to outpace somebody? Of course it is.
Yeah.
Is it
Yeah.
is it all right to outgrow somebody? Yes, it is. But like when does the realization set in? Because sometimes we hold on to friendships because of the length of the friendship.
Yeah. I can answer that. I think it's when like for me, it got to a point when I started to realize I didn't fit in because of a certain thing. Like, okay, perfect example. When I used to smoke a lot of reefer back in the day, we all had that thing in common. You understand what I'm saying? Because that was our common goal. The common goal every day was to get high. You understand what I'm saying? So we were equally yoked because we would sit around for hours. You understand what I'm saying? And all right, what we're gonna do to get some money to get some weed? You understand what I'm saying? So we was all on a mission to go get some weed because we had a common goal to get some weed to get high. You understand what I'm saying? But once my common goal became to okay, I want to better myself, that was like, look here, I don't fit in with y'all because y'all common goal is still to get weed. My common goal is to say, you know what, I want to go to school. I want to get I want to get a degree. I want to get a job. You understand what I'm saying? Well, your common goal still, I want to go smoke weed. You understand? Now you see how I'm separating. You get what I'm saying? Because now we have a different common goal. You get what I'm saying? Back then, I'm smoking weed. Now mine just shifted to, hey, going to college. Now it's a separation there because we have different goals. So go ahead.
Was that expressed when you wanted to shift courses? Did you express that to the
Yes.
to
Yes,
like
yes,
listen,
yes, yes. Like the people I used to hang out with, I definitely
yeah,
expressed that. Yeah, I'm about to go back to school. I'm about to get a degree because I'm trying to better myself. Like that was definitely expressed. And at that time, especially with your friends, everybody has a choice. Sometimes if you're doing something positive, they can say, you know what, let's try that with you. You get what I'm saying? Or they can say, you know what, it's not for me, and they can keep going. And that's where you have to say, okay, well, I'm going over here, you're going over there, and you may not talk to each other as much. You get what I'm saying? And one side may not understand. You get what I'm
right.
saying? Because they'll look at it like, oh, you don't mess with me, but it's like, no, you're still chasing the weed, which is cool, but I can't be around that because I have a different type of goal in my life, which is to get this education and better myself. You understand what I'm saying? And see how it starts to separate. Because now it's like, I can't call you as much, so I got to study these books. You got more time on your hand because all you're doing is smoking weed. You understand what I'm saying? But my time is caught up in these studies, this homework. You get what I'm saying? These projects. So therefore, I'm starting to separate already. And I went through this. You get what I'm saying? I went through this myself. But the point is, it's no love lost. It's just that, I feel like this. Your real friends will understand. Your fake friends will get jealous and envious of you.
Yeah, well said. Well said.
Yeah, regardless. So, but yeah. So it just depends on your common goal in life. But that's why I say, and I think I've heard this before. You hang around people with the same common interests as you. You get what I'm saying? Especially,
Yeah.
if you're trying to grow, why not hang around people that's trying to grow as well? You see what I'm saying? So, I mean, that's just my viewpoint of it.
So with the guys that you were hanging out with, they looked up to you,
Um, to a
or
point.
huh?
To a point. I'll say to a point because I can say that the people I was hanging around with, they did try to go to school, right? But again, I've said this before. I think on a podcast before. You can put it in your mind and in your mouth, but if it's not in your heart, it's not going to happen. You understand what I'm saying? It was in my heart to go to school and better myself. You see what I'm saying? Whereas the people who looked up to me, they didn't. It wasn't in their heart. They just said, "Okay, he's doing it. Let me try." You see what I'm saying? But when it started getting hard, and it started to make them uncomfortable, because remember, change requires being uncomfortable. I don't care what you say, what you do. If you want better, it requires you getting out your comfort zone and going out there and facing your fear. Or what are you afraid of? You get what I'm saying? Because most people are afraid of change because they don't know what's on the other side. But how you gonna know what's on the other side if you don't go and see for yourself? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So Yeah, they tried, but at the same time, like I said, it wasn't in their heart to do that. So once they figured out, the studying and all that, they didn't have much time to smoke weed. They fell off of it. You get what I'm saying? But
Oh,
the
so y'all
sad thing is, I'm sorry. One of
y'all
them
not.
passed, the other one's locked up. I mean, but we don't talk as much. But it's like it's for me, it's no love lost. Like I said, your real friends will understand. They understand that hey, Chris is over here trying to do his thing. He's trying to build a generational wealth for his family. You understand what I'm saying? The fake friend is, oh, you done changed. You done sold out. And I've been through that. Trust me, I've been
Let me.
through that. But
Uh, why do people think that way, man? Because you're trying to better.
um,
I want to know that. Why do
maybe
you
because
become?
of me.
Why do you become the bad guy when you're trying to level your life up?
Because some people don't see it possible because the example they have from their parents is not a success. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm.
Because the example they've seen is the same thing. Government assistance. Living below like the middle class line. You see what I'm saying? That's their example. So when they see you progressing. They're saying, well, I haven't seen this before. This is new to me. So they don't know how to accept that. You get what I'm saying? Because my example comes from my mother and my father. They both went to college. You see what I'm saying? They both graduated. You get what I'm saying? Even on my mother's side, most of my brothers and sisters are college graduates. You get what I'm saying? So that's there. Whereas you have some people, their mother and father, all they did was smoke weed, work at McDonald's. That's it. You get what I'm saying? Go from apartment to apartment to apartment. You see what I'm saying? Can't keep a house homeless shelter. So I mean, but and y'all know people like this. You get what I'm saying? Like that's how they grew up. So it's like success has not been in their face. You get what I'm saying? This is all they know. You know, and that's why my heart goes out to people like that because it's like you know why not follow me when I'm doing good? Why follow me when I'm doing bad? You see what I'm saying? Like if I come to you and say, let's smoke this blunt, you ready to come smoke this blunt. But I'm saying, hey, let's go get this education, go get this money. Nah, I gotta it's like what are you doing? Like if you get this money, you can smoke all the weed you want.
Exactly.
Logically. You see what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? But and that's what I'm trying to tell people. But again, it's everybody's choice on what they want to do in life. And that's the realization I had to come to is that this is your choice. If you want it, it's out here. I'll show you the way. Me and IBL, when we went to school, we was telling everybody, like, look, this is what we're doing. This is where we're gonna be at. You get what I'm saying? And look, you let IBL, you smiling, but I'm not lying though. I'm not lying. We should tell people like this is what we're gonna do. This is where we're gonna be. And a lot of people that see me now from back then, they're like, man, you know what? You said it. I said, yeah, I said it because I knew what was in my heart. I had a direction on which way my life was going. You get what I'm saying?
It became personal.
So exactly.
Sierra, what you said to it?
So I'm actually going through this right now in a way. I've been going through this for 2 years now. Um, and what I say to this is I don't look at it as a bad side because people are brought into your life for a reason. And once that purpose is fulfilled, they're no longer serving you, and that's okay.
Mm,
It's okay that people are not where you're at right now because it's not God's timing for them. God has different plans for everyone. God didn't put us here to go on the same motion at the same time and do this. No, he didn't. We all here for
fact.
different reasons. When it's your time, it's your time. And I'm coming from I'm young. I'm coming from being wild, being free, partying, living this fast life to where God was like, all right, this is not your life no more. This may be their life. This is not your life no more. I sit back, I watch Snap, I watch Facebook, I'm looking back, I'm like, God, I miss having that fun. But then at the same time, I'm like, I don't miss it because what I'm doing now, this is even greater. Like, this is much more fun. This is where I want to be. And I have friends and I have friends and they're still in Connect. And one of my friends just had a long talk with me and was like, yo, yeah, I kept trying to get you back in. Yeah, I was hitting you up to go party, da, da, da. But I see you now. You done leveled up to another level. You're focused. You've been a great mother to your kids. You have a great husband at home that'll do anything for you. You're out in the
Fact.
streets. This is not your life no more. And I'm finally coming to accept that. I'm finally here to accept that. And when I heard that from her, it had me so stunned and so shocked just because of the person that I know she is. Like, nah, I should have never said nothing like that. Like, she want me in the streets with her. Like, this what we do. We was together like white on rice. Like, and to see that her bestie, her best, is gone and done outgrown her, it did have her feeling so in the beginning. Yeah, she was like, oh, bitch, you think you better? Excuse my language. Oh, you think you doing this? Oh, you think you too good? Yada yada. Oh, you caught up in that. You caught up in that nigga, how they say it. Oh, you caught up in this. They throw out all kind of, they was throwing out so much stuff. And I'm like, I was feeling some way. It kind of had me a little hurt coming from, because these are people, these are my close ones. These are somebody I confide in. So to see that you didn't want to see me there, and to now 2 years later, you sit me down and like, yo, listen, I'm at fault. I love who you are, and you don't mess it up for nobody, not me, not your mama, nobody. Nobody get to go home to a good family. Everybody don't get to go home to someone who want to see them do good. Nobody gets that. And just having that talk with this person that I would have never suspected made me look at this so much differently. It made me realize that, all right, this is okay. Because me, I'm such a good person. I'm such a people pleaser that I will literally do anything to make sure my friends and anybody is happy. And even that means put me on the back end, or me going back, relapsing on things that I know that no longer serve me. I no longer want to do anymore. And I just realized that, you know what, it is okay. Kiana, keep going. It's okay. They serve their purpose in that chapter of your life. You done turned the next page. It's over with. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. And eventually, like they say, be the leader. Eventually, like you were saying, Chris, they might want to tag along. They might, oh, is she doing this? I guess I'm gonna chime in. But the real gonna ride, the fate gonna slide. And I see that now. They're not where I'm at right now. They're not where I'm at right now. And that's okay. I just moved on. I didn't go start something. I didn't go say, you lame, you this, you need to change your life. I didn't go press them. I didn't go try to convince them to do anything other. Now, don't confuse me that with me not trying to pour into them, because I'm always pour. I'm always want to level up anyone around me. But I'm not there to convince and persuade and beat them down to be where I'm at, because it's not their time. We all have timings on when it's our time to be who we need to be. And and again, I'm gonna say it again, I'm young, and just to be my age and to be where I'm at doing the things that I'm doing, it's shocking, but I love it. And I hate that my friends are not where I'm at right now, but I don't hate it, because when the time come, I'm gonna be right there. I'm gonna be right there, and we're gonna all still level up again together. It's just right now, this is my self journey right now. It's not about my friends. It's not about my team. It's about me right now. It's me versus me. And I'm gonna ride this out and go so hard for me like never before. I can't let my past hold me back, because that's what it's gonna do. It's gonna hold you back. Once you keep going back to what you're used to, eventually you're gonna relapse. You have to let it go. You have to cut ties. We know we have to cut ties. It's not hard to recognize when something is no longer good for you. It's not hard to recognize when it's no longer good for you. It's just hard to accept it. It's hard to accept that, hey, I got to cut these people off, or hey, I got to get out the surroundings, or hey, I got to stop doing this. It's hard because we became immune to it. We used to it. That's our life.
Can I ask you this question? What
Go
was that
ahead.
turning point in your life? Like, when was that time that you were just like, okay, I have to cut this off? Like, could you describe that?
I can.
Like,
It's a funny story.
yeah,
So, sorry, it's hilarious because my team on the phone are gonna look at me crazy. So one night, I was already in the process of transition to be a better woman. IBL has been the best to me on my journey and keeping me motivated and going. I went to relapse one night. I left home. I went back. I'm out. I'm doing this. And God was like, in my head the whole time, I was having social anxiety. I walked in, I'm in the club. My anxiety was on 1,000. Like, it was hitting fast. It was hitting hard. I was like, I ran straight to the bathroom when I went in there. I didn't even go to the floor, nothing. I went straight to the bathroom. I'm like, yo, this is not for me. My heart pounding. I feel different. Like, it had me feeling some way. I didn't like it. I didn't like it. And the other time.
Oh, I
Sorry,
think
y'all.
she muted. Oh, there you
Time
go.
I would be in there bopping. Like, I'm the life of the party. I have a high social profile. Like, everybody loves John. I'm not gonna hide that. But at that time, it just had me feeling this way, and I ignored them signs. I said, nah, I'm about to go thug it out. Like, I'm out there. I'm doing this. All the way to the point God was like, stop. I didn't stop. I kept ignoring the signs. And I be darned, I get in that car to go make another move that I knew I was not supposed to make, and I wrecked the car. It was over with. God is going to keep throwing you signs and keep throwing you signs and keep showing you what is not for you until eventually you're going to crash. And it just so happened I crashed my car in real life. And I had no business being there, though. And I knew it. I felt it in my heart. It didn't feel right in my spirit. I felt so wrong. I had to get away from it. I never went back again.
That's deep. You know that?
No, so shout out. Hold on.
Ben, stop laughing.
Shout out to you, bro. That's commendable. We see your growth. I understand. I see your growth firsthand. So just shout out to that. Understand your Chris. Shout out to your growth. I was also an observer of your growth firsthand. Understand.
Facts. That's facts.
So, well, shout out to your growth. I can't even lie away. And I just want to say the reason why I think sometimes when we level up, right, and we the friendships are strained because of growth is because the friend doesn't actually know they have room to grow. Understand? So they like it's like where you met me at is where I'm at, and I'm comfortable there. So when you say, "Hey, I gotta level up," it's like, what? What you mean? This is great. We're living in bliss. We're smoking. We're drinking. We're so for you to say as a friend, I have to do better means, well, what am I then? Am I not better? Because this is what I know. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now it's uncomfortable. Now it's like, oh, okay, you got to do better than me because I'm your friend. Oh, you got to do better than me. So I think with that understanding and with that misunderstanding brings strife.
It builds a wall.
It builds a wall.
Yeah.
If this is what I know and this is where I met you at, and we've been rocking like this for 5 years, and then out the blue in your life, you say, "Hey, I need better." What do you mean you need better?
Fine.
Like, am I worse?
Right.
Like, who am I? Who am I then? Understand? So, and that comes with the exposure of a person. Understand? If I'm not exposed, like you may have said, I could do better. I need more. And like Sierra was saying, it may not be that person's time to grow with you. So your growth is actually offensive to them. They become offended that you want to grow. It's like, what do you like? We've been rocking like this for 5 years, dog. What you mean you want to grow?
When you can come with the approach of saying, "Hey, bro, I'm about to bring this to the platform, and we're about to grow together." You know what I'm saying? Now I'm bringing us in together, than saying, "Hey, bro, I got something going. I'm about to go level up and do this." Anybody would be like, "What you mean?" Right? We've been doing this. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna tell you another thing. You can go into business with a person that you can be brothers or family, non-family, or whatever. You can go in business right now today. The next 5 years go determine if them two people are really rocking or not. I promise you, I've seen it too many times in too many restaurants. Too many people that I know that was tight and money then threw them in another direction. You know what I'm saying? If money go throw you in another direction, don't go in business with nobody. You might as well go in business for yourself if all you care about is the money. But we're building generation wealth, which means that our kids
will
is going
benefit
to.
from this.
And let me ask this: when you're on your journey of leveling up, right, and separating yourself from the crowd, is there, or do they deserve, or do you have to sound the trumpet? So when it was time for you to go to school, right, when you made the journey, when you made the decision, hey, I'm going to school, like, do you have to tell your friend, hey, yo, listen, I'm going to school, I'm doing something different, or do you just go do it?
All right. So I'm gonna say this. My purpose of even telling them was to say, you know what? I think I see a way for us to be better. You understand what I'm saying? And it's like, okay, it's like this. Excuse me. It's like knowing the way to get to $1 million, right? You just got to go to a certain place and put in the work, right? 2 years of college, you say, all right, after 2 years of college, I get $1 million. You telling me you're not going to tell the people that you rode with how to get this $1 million? Now, hold up. Watch this. It's the kicker, though. If they say, you know what, we not going, that's when you say, well, more power to you. I'm about to go get this $1 million, though. I'm about to go do the 2 years of college, come out and get this $2 million. You get what I'm saying? If they choose not to do it, then what do? You can't force it on them. You see what I'm saying? But the reason you announce it, you say, you know what, y'all? I see profit in this. I see a benefit in this. You get what I'm saying? I looked into this. I did my research. I see, hey, I can make $100K a year. You see what I'm saying? Why would I not tell my boys this? But like I say, that's on them, and they might not be able to receive that right then and there because they're not ready for that growth. And there goes back to the separation. Because I say, hey, I'm gonna go this way. You will stay there, stay less. But I'm still gonna announce it though to them, so that way it gives them a choice. You understand what I'm saying?
So let me say this though. What if they can't come with you?
You have to leave them.
Yeah.
What if, like, your journey, you see your friends, so you almost know your friends' capabilities. What if they can't come with you? Do you still tell them?
You do.
I think.
Yeah. Well, hold on, wait, hold on, Ariel. You said the capabilities. Time out. Again, this goes back to what I was telling you. We're capable to do anything. You see what I'm saying? Again, that's why I go back to what I was saying earlier. The devil's greatest trick is to make you feel powerless. Who told you you can't do this? Capabilities. Everybody's capable of everything on this earth. I'm sorry. I mean, that's just my personal.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So let's stop all that.
We are
You can't do.
all entitled to the same opportunities. It's there. It may not be
Exactly.
your time to go and catch on to it and latch on to it and put it in action, but it's there.
In theory, listen, in theory, I agree with you guys, right?
Yeah.
In practice, if you know you got a guy who's a robber, understand, right?
Yeah.
And you got the opportunity to go to some millionaire guys that has thousands of dollars in their pockets and on their person, right? And this is a level up for you. You got invited and you got a +1. Now you know what he be on. Are you taking him?
Oh no, surely not. No,
Surely
no.
not. That's
Yeah,
self-explanatory.
when you say it like that, no. But we're talking about leveling up as far as you putting in the work in yourself, far as just like school. I guess I'm looking more like schooling. You get what I'm saying? Or learning a trade. You see what I'm saying? But in that scenario, in that particular scenario, no, because you don't want him to mess the money up for you.
Right. So, but now he has the capacity not to do it from what you said. So that's in theory. But at the same time, the Bible says, "Do not give pearls, or do not cast your pearls among swine."
Mm. Yeah.
So let me tap in real quick. I know we hear this a lot. Never let your how go your right hand, your left hand know what your right hand
No,
doing or whatever.
yeah.
I and so I want to speak on a couple things y'all said a minute ago that stood out to me. We are all capable to do anything we put our mind to. You are
Right.
what you eat. You are what you pour into yourself. And you asked a couple questions, Ben. So one, if they're not there, do you still take them with you or something like that? No. You keep going, but that doesn't mean you go act some way towards them. No, they see what you're doing. They know where you at now. They know you're no longer doing these things. And if they continue to try to make you go back to doing them things, you already know then there's a cutoff. If with the Robin situation and then you get this come up, I'm not taking them for several reasons. Because one, you're not where I'm at right now. So that's a dub. Two, you're still doing the same things and you're robbing. You come rob the people. That's the dub. And so and this is what I was saying a minute ago. We all are entitled, and this is a debate that's actually going on right now about the opportunities we're entitled to. People get that confused. We all have the same opportunities out here. Well, there's opportunities out here. Let me reverse that. There's opportunities out here for everyone. Go to Google. You can learn, you can research anything. Now, whether that person choose to take action or don't take action, that's on them. There's not for you to go sit there. It's just like your example, like what you were saying, Chris. It's just like school. I look at it the same way. If you're in class, okay, you got a teacher teaching a class. She's not going to stop her lesson plan to sit there and mold into one person when she's teaching a group, and the opportunities there as a whole. School's going to keep going on. The teacher ain't going to sit there and stop like, all right, everybody, hold on. Let's stop the class and go focus on, just sit here and focus on Xavier because he was playing off in the beginning and now he ready to learn. No, you let that wind pass you by. The opportunity was there. So why would that be fair to make the whole class as a whole stop and have to go back and go backwards because one person just didn't want to catch on? You know what I'm saying? Didn't want to grab that opportunity when it was there like the rest of us. School don't work like that. Life is going to continue on. So look into reality. You see what I'm doing. I done poured it in. You see where I'm going. Why do I have to keep going back to pour something that's already been exposed? I'm going to keep going because evidently you're not there. And that is okay. Again, let me keep saying it's okay because we got people out here that feel bad for doing good for themselves. They feel bad because they don't want their friends looking at them differently. They don't want them friends. They out of fear. They have fear that I no longer want to be this way anymore, and my friend's not gonna like me. And that goes back to validation. All of this ties in together right here. It all ties in together. It goes back to validation. Go ahead.
Hey, let me add. Hey, can I add something right quick?
Yeah.
Hey, so when I was in school, right? Every time I was on my break, my friends that were still smoking weed and all that, I would go over their house on break. You understand what I'm saying? And I would tell them about school. I'm like, yo, it's fun, trying to make it sound more appeasing to go. You get what I'm saying? I would even tell them, hey, look, I'm not paying no money for this. You get what I'm saying? Then where they're like, hey, how do I do it? I would try to say, hey, if you need help to go do this, I will walk you through it. But you have to put the effort in yourself to say, hey, I want to do this. You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? Like, the more I knew, I would go and try to expose to others. You get what I'm saying? Because now they have a medium, which is me. I say, hey, this is how you do your FAFSA. Hey, you gotta, you gotta take this test. You get what I'm saying? These are the classes you're gonna take if you're gonna take this course. You get what I'm saying? Okay, I know this lady named Cheryl Garrison. If you're looking for a job, now she's doing who. You see what I'm saying? So now I'm coming as a medium in between them for my friends. You get what I'm saying? But again, it's on them whether they want to you take advantage of that. You get what I'm saying?
That's
Now
a
that they have
fact.
that.
I just told that to one of my friend girls. I told her, look, I'm leveling up. I want us to level up together. Her calling is working. Her calling is paying her bills. That's an accomplishment. Her. Okay. I told her, whenever you're ready to learn, I'll be here to teach you. You want to start a business? You want to build your credit? I will teach you the way, but I'm not here to hold your hand though. There's a difference. I'm not here to baby you either. Oh, don't do that. Let's do this. I'm not going to do that.
Exactly.
But when that time do come, I don't mind pouring into you and helping you get there. I'm not going to do the work for you though. That's just not going to happen.
Exactly.
All right, so let me say this, right? Because I hear day in, day out, we all have the same opportunities. I agree with that. However, our obstacles are different. I
I agree with that.
That's a fact.
That's good. That's understandable.
We all have the same opportunities, but some of our obstacles are way different. Understand? Getting to those opportunities. But no, I agree with you. No, absolutely. I agree with both you guys. Understand? Well stated. For me, if I'm moving on from somebody, there's no explanation rendered. Understand? See me at the top. Period.
Either see me at the top, meet me there, or beat me there. That's it.
This is why. Because if we're friends and we're thick and thin and we're in and out, right? We're together. Yeah. You're gonna see the movement.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't have to tell you. Right. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's with me, you're in the car or you're on the road. Period. When I'm moving, if you're not moving, that's okay. I'm moving. If you don't see, hey Chris, you remember that time I started running? What did you do?
Wait, you said you started running?
I remember we was in college. I started the fake run, right? What did you do?
Right behind you, step for step. I didn't ask no question.
You were
Listen,
right on my heels.
I was not playing with him.
You see the movement.
And I was right behind you.
That's funny.
So
It is, but that happened.
That's funny.
Okay. All right. Let me get. You don't got to come tell me anything. You don't owe me an explanation. I don't owe nobody an explanation why I'm moving.
This is the thing.
Really
People gotta either hop on or get left behind. This is the time we in now. That's it. You either gonna hop on or you getting left behind. Simple. This is the times we are moving in. This is what people need to understand now. This is what needs to be put out there. But Ben, you said something a minute ago that let's say that too. Because hold on, because it's probably people out there like, wait a minute, what if I'm going through this? What if I'm going through this? You said something a minute ago, and that is a fact. Because I'm not gonna say we are entitled to the same opportunities. We all see many opportunities out there, but we never know how somebody's situation is as they can't get there. It's not they just want to live the party life. You also have those like, dang, I'm trying. I want to get there. But this keeps happening. Dang, I'm trying. I want to get there. But this keeps happening. So in that case, do we still leave them behind?
No.
Let me answer that. Yes. And don't take this the wrong way. I'm sorry. Don't take this the wrong way because someone else's problems is not yours either, though. We can't save everybody. You have to save yourself first. And people, we be too good. We're so much of a good person. We feel like we are entitled to. We feel like that we have to. We don't have to do anything, first of all. But
No.
because of our hearts and our pureness in us, we feel like we have to go save them. We have to go do this, not realizing that's putting us back. Not realizing just going to go reach out and go do that. Not saying don't help people, y'all. Don't get this wrong. But I'm saying we can't fight other people's battles. We have to fight our own. That's their situation. Go ahead, Chris.
Hey, yeah, let me say this though. I always tell people like this. It depends on how bad you want something. You get what I'm saying? Because if you that determined, you gonna make a way. I don't care what nobody says. IBL, worry not on the bus going to school early in the morning. Rain, sleet, no. You understand what I'm saying? Like y'all, there was times I would have to walk to the bus stop in the rain just to get to school. But the point was, I was so determined, and I didn't have a car. I said, I don't care. I'm gonna make it happen because this is my choice. You understand
Yo,
what I'm
shout out
saying?
to y'all. That's what's up.
Yeah, yeah. Eventually, I ended up getting a car. But my point is just that this: how bad do you want that thing in your life? You get what I'm saying, or that better, or that growth? You get what I'm saying? How bad? How far are you willing to go? I know people that have walked miles to work, miles, because they had a purpose for that. You understand what I'm saying?
They
They
had to
didn't let the
go.
exactly. They didn't let
They
nothing
want to
stop
achieve
them.
it.
And that's what I'm trying to tell people.
What are you worried
Growth
about?
requires you being uncomfortable. Because trust me, walking those miles can be comfortable. But when you have that goal, you know, hey, if I don't walk this mile, I'm not gonna get it done. I know if I can get on that bus every morning and get up like an hour or two early, I'm not gonna get to school to get this education. You understand what I'm saying? Because I know once I get the education, I'm able to get a job. Once I get the job, I'm able to buy a car. Once I buy this car, I ain't gotta ride the bus no more. You see how that goes? You see how I
Right.
linked all that together? You see what I'm saying? And people don't
Chris,
think like that. Go ahead.
what do you call that? That is called discipline. That
Right.
is called consistency. And if
That's
nobody's watched our podcast before, I'm about to repeat it. 2023, it's about self it's about self consistency. It's about discipline. Because if you're not consistent and disciplined within, there's no way you're going to be disciplined and consistent with a team. There's no way you're going to be
mm,
consistent and disciplined with anything that you're trying to do because you're not starting with yourself first. The
Right.
moral of this
yeah.
podcast and these scenarios that we're throwing out right now, what I'm getting out of this is you have to be disciplined. You have to want it. You have to want to change. You have to want that life. You have to want better. And if that means, hey, I'm going through all these obstacles, okay, what's the problem? And you sit here question everybody, you need to sit back and reevaluate yourself. All right, well,
Mm,
what am I doing about it then? I know I'm sitting here complaining that this happened, I can't get it done, okay? And it's not Jimmy, Tom, and Sam. Maybe it's me. Maybe if I remove myself from this crowd, maybe if I
mm,
remove myself from this home or from whatever that's in my way, I can achieve that goal and I can be where my friend is going in life. And if I can't be there at the time that she is, I will meet her there. And like I said, like Ben said, either see me at the top and you can either see me at the top, you can meet me at the top, or you better beat me there. That's it.
mm.
No,
So
that's well said though. That's well said. Um, discipline is a key factor. Consistency is definitely a key factor, and
Yeah.
determination. You gotta have the determination. When you become dissatisfied, that's what starts to move. Understand? Anybody that's cool and content with the situation, they're gonna be in that situation. So,
hold on 1 second. Let me say this. Everybody, I'm about to stop real fast. So if anybody is out there before we shift in, because we're about to get into some more greater stuff, I do want y'all to know We Chat here is here for you. We have services for everything that we're talking about. We have a service for self-love, and self-love that is being self-disciplined, that is learning to choose you and stop taking on everybody else. You have to focus on you. We also have a service called association. And what we're talking about right now is association and self-love. You have to know, you have to be aware of your surroundings. You have to know you have to be aware of who you are associated with, what you are associated with. It ain't just people, it's the things you're doing. And I just want y'all to know we do have these services for those who are out there struggling with this and having a hard time locking in with their self, getting in tune with their self, and loving their self more, because loving yourself more is cutting off things that no longer serve you any good. That is loving yourself. And we do have a group of associations because what we choose to associate with can hinder us, can hold us back. And sometimes we may not see that. Sometimes we may not catch on to that until it's too late. And so I just want y'all to know that we do have these services to help you catch it in the beginning, catch it whenever. We're not here to judge. We never here to judge. We've all been through it. We're all human.
Hey, Sierra, where can they find that though?
And if you want to know how to go and book them services, go to www.wechathere.com, and chat is with a K, chat with a K, www.wechathere.com. Book a service. And before you book a service, we do have a free consultation that you can book first, so we can get down to the nitty gritty and see where we need to start. Do we start with self-love, or do we need to start with association? We have many other services, but right now on this pod, what we're talking about, if anybody's struggling with self-love or associations and learning who and what to disassociate from, go book a service, y'all. We here for you.
Right. That was well said. That was great. And that was a great segue into this next topic: friendship